Hi everybody, my name's Steve Hill. I'm the Director of the Geological Survey of South Australia. It's a very exciting event for one main reason, and that is to have some information and discussion around the exploration release areas at Coompana in the far west of South Australia. But it's also exciting because we're in the South Australia Drill Core Reference Library, which is of course a new building. It was officially opened by the Premier and our Minister in February this year, but it's due to be operational and open to the public on around about the 1st of July. So you guys are getting a very fortunate sneak peek. For those that are actually viewing this online, I encourage you to come over to Adelaide sometime in the near future and come and see this fantastic facility. A little bit of housekeeping. Sorry for those watching online. I will point out to those that are here, we are filming the presentations to enable people to be able to hear about this exciting area and the opportunities that it hosts. But a little bit of housekeeping. Toilets are behind this auditorium and down to the right on this floor. There's also some toilets on the ground floor in an equivalent position. In the case of emergency, you'll have the usual alarms. I think they start off reasonably faint but get quite loud, and I ask that you just make your way in an orderly manner out to the front of the building, and then you'll be taken to the assembly areas, which I think are in the car parks. Please try to stick together for that though, because we will be wanting to account for everyone and when we get to that place. So if you do want to go off for a coffee in the event of emergency, just let us know that you're doing that so we don't have to come back in looking for you. I think that's most of the housekeeping. Let's just get on to some of the exciting things now. Just a little bit about the Drill Core Reference Library that you're at. I think most people here are quite excited about us using this facility and being in here. This was a approximately $32 million building. It was completed on time and on budget. We're very proud of that. Building commenced early in 2015, and the building itself was completed by the end of 2015. So when you look at this, it's remarkable to think about how that was completed and done within a year. And then, as I said, it was opened in February by our Premier and also our Minister, and it will be operational in July. For those that are here today, we'll have an opportunity to do a tour of the facility so you can familiarise yourself with some of its exciting features. It's very much the cutting edge, state-of-the-art drill core facility. I think when you see it, you'll agree with that. It currently is housing 7.5 million metres of drill core. So that's the distance approximately from Adelaide to Shanghai in drill core, or if it was a single hole, it would take you through the centre of the Earth from the surface. So exciting facility for the core that it holds, the history of exploration. It's also an exciting facility because of the other things that we've brought into it. Things like the real-time, non-destructive analytical wings, the boardrooms and meeting space, hence we're using that here, all the way through to the immersive 3D theatre so that you can view that large amount of data that's going to be produced currently, but also into the future around drilling. So this is where it's going to be at. We think it sets the bar for drill core libraries and equivalent facilities. That's where we're at. As I said, those viewing online, please understand that indulgence, but use it as an incentive to come to Adelaide and see this facility for yourself. I should also point out that we've pulled out some of the drill cores from the Coompana area, and we have them on display in the core viewing area that you'll also be able to look at later. And once again, for those viewing online, after July 1, make a booking, come and have a look at some of these things as well. Okay, on to what the business is really about, and as I said, that's the Coompana exploration release areas. We're going to hear some presentations today that really explain the cutting edge of this great geological frontier. When I started a geological survey 3 years ago, Coompana and that area from the sort of western Gawler even across towards the Yilgarn, was one of the great geological frontiers of Australia and the world. Fundamental questions like what lies beneath the Nullarbor Plain were really very poorly known. We have so far only a handful of drill holes through that area. But since that time, we've been working quite diligently using PACE funding, particularly the PACE Frontiers funding, to build up a portfolio of pre-competitive geoscience that's starting to make inroads into the understanding of that area. That's included things that you'll hear about today, things like what is the longest deep crustal seismic line that's been produced in Australia. The region has also hosted the largest airborne magnetics and radiometrics survey that has been conducted in South Australia. It won't be the largest for long. We're planning an even larger one for the Gawler through PACE Copper, but for now, that is the largest. We've also we've conducted a plant biogeochemical regional survey in the area. We have magnetotellurics data that's coming out of the area. I've probably left some things out, not to fear, you're going to hear about them this afternoon, as well as some of the things that we have planned into the future. For industry, we realise that there's still a lot to learn. There's not many places where we explore where there's still not plenty to learn. But we think that strategically, it provides the opportunity to be an early mover into what could be one of the great emerging mineral provinces in Australia, if not the world. I think that's probably enough from me to set the ball rolling. Oh, one other thing to promote, sorry, is that we do have some brochures and some maps and handouts and things on the table at the back there too. So no one need leave empty-handed. And for those viewing online, all of that material is available on our website. If you just look up the Coompana ERA, it will take you through that site, and it has links to a lot of those things that can be downloaded. And also these presentations will also be available on our website. I did promise that was enough for me. Now I'm going to make that promise a reality and hand over to our next speaker. Thank you.